My name is Christy. Welcome back to another edition of Family Nature Friday. This week we're going to be learning about birds and birding.
No matter where you live in coastal Georgia, birds are all around us. Sometimes you can only hear them, but if you are still, quiet, and patient, you might be able to see them as well. After today's program, hopefully you'll be able to attract a few birds to your yard and identify some common species. Birds have several unique characteristics that make them different from other animals. The most obvious feature are their feathers. Feathers help birds fly. They also keep them warm, protect their bodies from wind, water, and sun, and provide camouflage, just to name a few examples. A bird's feathers can also be helpful for species identification. You can often use the colors and patterns of a bird's feathers to help find out what kind of bird it is, and sometimes tell whether it is a girl or a boy. Birding is an activity that involves finding and observing birds and their natural habitat. Many birders also try to identify and keep track of the different bird species they see. But you don't have to go on a great adventure to track down and observe birds. You can do it from your very own backyard. Many of you might already have birds that live in or around your yard. If you don't, no worries. It's easy to attract birds to your backyard with a bird feeder. Let's learn how to make bird feeders using some common repurposed materials you can find in or around your house. For this first feeder, I used a couple of plastic containers I had in my recycling bin, an orange juice bottle and a hummus container. You'll also need some string or yarn, super glue, and a pair of scissors or a craft knife. Since we are using sharp tools to make this feeder, make sure you get help from an adult. You'll want to glue the orange juice bottle upside down with the lid on to the hummus container. You'll need a strong adhesive like super glue to attach the two containers together. You'll want to make sure the lid of the bottle can still be screwed on and off. This is how you'll fill the feeder. Next, you'll need to cut a few small triangles around the neck of the OJ container. This will allow the seed to come out. You'll also want to make two small holes in the bottom of the container on opposite sides. This will allow you to put a string or yarn through the holes so that you can hang the feeder from a tree. Now all that's left is to fill your new feeder with birdseed and hang it up outside. For the next feeder, I used a small plastic bottle. One bottle will make two feeders. You'll also need a stick, a pair of scissors, a hole punch if you have it, and some yarn or string. Don't forget to get help from an adult when you use sharp tools like scissors. First, cut the bottle in half using a pair of scissors. It's best to get help from an adult for this part. This bottle is made of very thin plastic, so it wasn't hard to cut. You'll then want to punch 4 equally spaced holes near the top of the feeder. This will be where you'll put the stick, which will act as a perch, and the string, which will help you hang the feeder in a tree. Next, fill the feeder with birdseed and hang it outside. The last two types of feeders you can make involve using peanut butter. So if you have a nut allergy, try making one of the other types of feeders we just talked about instead. For the first one, you'll need a pine cone, some yarn or string, peanut butter, and birdseed. You'll want to first tie a string somewhere around the pine cone. This is how you'll attach it to a tree. Then smear the peanut butter evenly over the pine cone, making sure to cover all the nooks and crannies. Put the pine cone over a bowl and sprinkle birdseed over it. The bowl will catch the excess seed, so you won't have to waste any. Now you're ready to hang your feeder from a tree. For the second one, you'll need a toilet paper roll or paper towel roll, string or yarn, a few sticks, and birdseed. Put the string through the toilet paper roll and tie a knot. Next, put the sticks through the roll. These will act as a perch for the birds. Then, evenly smear peanut butter over the surface of the roll. Put the roll over a bowl and sprinkle birdseed over it. Now it's time to hang it outside. The best way to identify the birds that come to your bird feeder is to use either a field guide, like these, or use a bird ID app on your phone or smart device. I recommend downloading the Merlin Bird ID app. It's a great way to explore the birds found in your specific area. Once you get comfortable IDing birds, you can then download the eBird app to help you keep track of the birds that you see in and around your yard. For more information about birds and birding, visit our website, 100miles.org/family Family Nature Friday.
I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Family Nature Friday. Don't forget to check out our other virtual programs, Animals, Authors, and Art, and Nature in Your Neighborhood. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.